Hello there, my darlings. It's been a minute since you and I have gotten together, and my apologies for that. Sometimes your days just kind of meld over into others, but I'm not going to allow that to happen again. And if you can hear the thundering and the storming going outside, I'll tell you what, I love that. And I hope you do too. If you hear that, know that it is a cleansing that is happening and a refreshing. And speaking of which, the Mercury Retroshade for April the 26th, well, is almost over. Today is April 24th of 2025. And if you're feeling like you're all of a sudden sort of kind of waking up just a little bit, it's that Mercury shade hangover type situation that we're all feeling like we look back and think, what the heck did we just come through? This has been a tough one, my darlings. So we're clearing the energy. And I'm not going to name this. You'll probably see a name on the thumbnail once we're almost done with reading the cards. But for right now, I'm just going to let the spirits speak. The guides speak to us and tell us what you and I both need to know. But before we do that, I'm going to take a card. This is the Bluebird Mademoiselle Lenormand deck. I love this deck. It's so cute. Look at that little bird. He makes my day. I hope he makes yours too. Here we are. Oh, look at this fellow. Oh, he's a real Pride and Prejudice fellow. Look at him. The principal card shows a man tried and true, held high in regard. He tells fortunes for you. Oh, okay, we'll take it. And upon your behest, if he calls our red, may I please, thank you. And upon your behest, if the cards are read well, the worst and the best, the cards will foretell. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. That is the Ace of Hearts. I love that. I just love it. All except for me messing that up, but I love it. So we're going to put this to the side. We're going to see what this fellow tells us our fortune is. Thank you. Okay, so we're clearing this area. Had a lot of energy going on here lately. Got to make sure we clear. All right, so here we are, my darlings. We may not take too long to do this, but we're going to take as long as we need. This is for all signs, a collective reading. It may not resonate with many of you. There are some that fell out. I'm going to put those back in. I'm going to put them on the bottom. I'm going to put them back in. We're going to shuffle them in. I always pre-shuffle, but I like to do a little bit while you are on camera with me. That way we know we're going to get a true message. Here we go. Oh, now isn't that amazing? We have this gentleman, and I like what he says. Held high in regard, he tells fortunes for you. Well, he sure is, because this fellow right here, he's pretty top. Okay, that's a Knight of Pentacles, or coins, if you want to call it that. There is the Four of Coins. The Six. The Knight. Oh, we've got two Knights. Love that energy. And the Wheel of Fortune, putting this to the side. Now, my darlings, I'm going to straighten this up a little bit. I always seem to put it on a little curvature. Don't know why, but okay, we'll take it right. Okay, so here we are, my darlings. We're going to push this down, reading the first and the top. This Knight of Pentacles, you see that he's patiently waiting. His energy is just waiting on you. Can be waiting on the universe as well. If you are selling a house, buying a car, selling a car, any of those things, that is the energy. But it shows that you're waiting for that to basically happen, and you're holding on. maybe a little tightly. Remember, what's that 38 special song? Hold on loosely and don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're going to lose control. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. Now, I'm not saying don't hold on, but this is also saying that you've been saving. It's your turn. You've been saving. And look at this. Now, normally this is a card of give and receive, this Six of Pentacles. And I love it because he's got a red cloak and he's giving and he's helping this beautiful picture here. He's helping with food on this end, and he's most likely going to help with some advice or food or something on this end, which gives him the balance. But you know what else is balanced? It's time for you to receive, because you've been a giver for quite some time. Receiving is part of it. It's called the law of reciprocity. It's giving and receiving. And you've got to sometimes practice being a good receiver. It's very hard to be. I understand, because especially when you're used to being a giver, receiving almost makes you feel like, well, you're taking away from someone else's benefit, right? Well, if you don't accept what someone is offering you, as long as it's good for you, okay, then you know what? You're kind of less messing up their blessing. So you don't want to mess with anybody's blessing, and especially with yours. That's really cool. That's really a great message here, is that you've been waiting for a while. You're saving. This is great energy. You're saving, you're holding on, and then comes the time for you to be executing what you're saving for, but there's also going to be a little receiving. So which means is you are the one who's going to be receiving the benefit of what you're waiting on. Oh, I love that. The Knight of Cups. This fellow, the Stoic, and I want to point something out to you. In the tarot, the Knights are the action cards. The Knight of Pentacles being the least action-oriented. This Knight of Cups is next in line. Then comes the Knight of Wands, which is a fire element. Last but not least is the Knight of Swords, and he faces things head on, and he is at a full run. But right now, it is time for you, because look, this Knight now is bringing you this good cup of peace and good emotions. And he's easing into things, because look, the water is flowing, water is life. It is a very good, this is grounding. It is all things grounding, very good, staying. And look at this, there are homes, the city is behind him. He's sitting on the wall of the castle. And you can see the city in the background. But now there's water. And that's because, first of all, this is a water element, but it is a Knight that says, okay, you're all set, let's go. It's time to be happy. It's time to execute what it is that you've been working so hard for so long. And now comes this Wheel of Fortune. This basically says it's your time. Don't you love that? I do. It's your time. It's a wonderful time. You see, each corner has a little fellow, look, he's scribing, writing some things down. He's got a little pencil, little book, little notebook. This fellow determines if the wheel goes in your fortune or if not, and now it is. This spells out the Torah, T-O-R-A, which is a very good divine inspiration over what it is that you're doing. But not only that, these Hebrew letters in between is the name of God in Hebrew. The Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible written by Moses. also referred to as the Septuagint in the Greek. This has a lot of things going on. But basically, what you need to know is this is for you. This is what's going on. This is your time. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Let's see. Let's see what else that this fellow held high in regard, he tells fortunes for you. Let's see what other fortune he has. Look how he's sitting there, all relaxed. Kind of cute, isn't he? Let's see. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. Here we are. See, look at that. Another pentacle card. There's the Tower. Okay. And look at this. That's interesting. Let's pull two more. Ah, I love it. And this one fell right like this. Who is he? There we are. Pulling these down. Now I know you're looking at this one going, Zelda, Zelda. Oh, this sounded so great until you pulled the Tower card. Well, I got to tell you something. That is temporary. That's going to be right before you get to the point where I'm going to say the signing date. And it's going to seem as though, oh no, there's a problem, there's a delay, it's falling apart, but it's not. You have remained consistent, and now you're working on where do you put things in place. Now, how do you handle what's about to come? With this Tower card, look, there's muck, mire, mayhem all over. I don't even have to hold it up there. You know exactly where that is. But now look. Remember when I was talking about the water in this Knight of Cups? This young lady has the robes of the High Priestess. And the water, all water in the tarot comes from her robes. This is going to be so good for you, my darling, because this young man has the outfit, you might as well say, of the Fool card. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. No. Forget the Fool. The Fool card is the first card in the tarot deck. Up here you see this number. It's called a key. Well, what is the key? Well, it is the key to what placement these cards go in. So it goes into like a journey. Each card has one. Each element, each suit of the cards all have a key, but the Fool card is a 0. It's considered to be null. N-U-L-L. That means you're wiping the slate clean. It's coming out at ground zero. It's a do-over. It's a starting fresh. And with these two coming together, it means a peaceful negotiation, a cup of peace, peaceful negotiations, working things out, working things through. And with this fellow, the staff of Hermes, the staff of Caduceus, and you know, that's kind of like our medical symbol here in the U.S., we have that luxurious lion with red wings telling us that there is strength and there's power and there's a divine element over this. And this will be worked out. And frankly, it will be better than what you expect. This Four of Wands, if you're seeing 1111 right now, well, that has a lot to do with it. This Four of Wands, 1111, pretty much means there's a celebration for you coming because of all your hard work, because of your diligence, your saving, your giving, and now you're receiving this, and it could be a new home, it could be anything, could be even be you're selling a home and moving on. But whatever that means to you is so positive because that is a fire element and it has this energy of opening doors and a lot of growth. It means that you've come through the thick and the thin, and now there is something new for you. And now look. Now, people look at this as maybe being a little negative. I don't. Because in life, we all have to recognize when we've done as much as we can, and sometimes we have to let go, and sometimes we have to move on. But in this particular case, the cups that are lined up are 8 cups. The one that's missing is a number 9. Look, he's got a red cloak on, just like this guy. The balance of the scales. He's got a red cloak on, and that's compassion, love, control, passion. So he's put all those cups together, and there's one missing, and it's the 9th cup. He's done all he can do, and now look, he's getting ready to move on. Now, what is he moving on to? The 9th card, the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is your wish fulfilled, your dream come true. And if a home or a new car or making a major change like that, or even as far as career is concerned, if that is your wish or your dream come true, congratulations, you, my darling, are on your way. That's what this is about. Through your hard work and your diligence. Sure, we all have to put up with these tower moments. I mean, it would not be life if it were too easy. We wouldn't learn any lessons if it were too easy, right? So this tower moment has given us enough strength to negotiate our way through things, receive what we are supposed to receive, and then move on to the life that we are looking for and that we deserve. Isn't that beautiful? I want to thank you today for being with us. We are Fate and Fortune with True Oracle. I am Lady Zelda. I'm going to leave a website at the end of this video so you can come over, shop, and look around. And also, I'm leaving links in the description if you would like to have a reading with me. It's very easy. Get a palm reading. There's a lot you can get from that. So thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Look for us next time. And wow, this is fantastic. Haven't had such a great reading during this time. And I can tell you what, this is going to take you through the next couple of days. And we'll get rid of that Mercury Retroshade. And we're going to thank this little fella right here. Because you know what? He really told us a good fortune, didn't he? Thanks a lot, folks. See you soon.